Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. I decided I'm kind of looking at my desk and what I have to do, and I had these two cards that we never got around to making last week on my live, which was on Wednesday night, I think. Anyway, we're going to do this one first, followed by this one. These are both using the Daisy Delight stamp set, which is retiring. It's from Stampin' Up. 143669 is the number. The second card will also use sentiments in Daisy Lane, which is carrying over. We'll use the Smile and It's Your Time to Shine. And we will be using the regular Daisy Punch. And just so anyone else isn't confused, this one is just called Daisy Punch. And this one is called the medium Daisy Punch. And you can see the size difference. The medium one works with the Daisy Lane stamp set, or you can just use it alone. But we're not going to use the medium one for these two cards. We're using the regular Daisy Punch, which is 143713. Okay? So with that, let me clear these off and let's get started. Hello, somebody. Good morning. So the card we're doing is on a Rococo Rose cardstock base, which is one of the in colors for 2019 to 21. And these are from the Pressed Petals Designer Series, Specialty Designer Series paper, which I love. And then these, we might not be able to use these because I think I'm out of them, the 2019 to 21 in color faceted dots. And then this is one of the fuzzy perennial essence flower centers, and they're dimensional and look like this. And we're also going to be using the eyelet lace embossing folder, which is retiring. I really love this embossing folder, and I don't know if you can see it, but it's on the white in the background. So there's that. And let's see. On the inside, we're going to use the Stamparatus to stamp "Thank you for your kindness," and another strip. This is out of the Pressed Petals Designer Series paper as well. So let me just sit that over here and move some things out of the way. So I already have pre-cut. These are 3x4, I believe. It's been a while since I cut them, so let me measure for you. So the first one, let's see, yes, 3x4. So they're the size of a small Memories and More card. And like I said, they're from the Pressed Petals papers. There's the other sides of them. So you could mix and match, but and go like that. But I want to do this Rococo Rose words. And I've already pre-done the eyelet lace embossing folder. And I also have cut, well, I thought I had two of them, but now I seem to only have one. That goes on we'll put it on the front, and we might do without the other one. So thank you, whoever's joining me. And then this is Whisper White Baker's Twine, which I forgot to get out, and it's also retiring. So let's just start with what we have here. And I may have to use contraband glue because my order for more glue just shipped, and I think, yeah, this is about done. So I'm going to be using contraband glue, guys. My other favorite, which is, of course, art glitter glue, and not sold by Stampin' Up. I do have some more glue on order, and it will be here like next week. Anyway, okay. So let's just put this down. This is a regular A2 card base, so 5.5 by 4 1/4. And this mat then is 5 1/4 by 4. And then the next thing is we're just going to decide how we want these, something like that. And this design is similar to the sheet load of cards for April that was hosted by Call Me Crafty Owl. I actually had these pieces already cut extra from that. I'm just not putting them on cardstock like she had done there. And I embossed the background. So let's just glue these down and see how they look. So I hope you all have a lovely Sunday. I'll probably watch a church service, but it's at around 10 or 10:30. I forget which of those two right off the top. But I thought I'd come on and get this done while I had a few moments here, and to get them off my desk because we didn't get to them on my other live. So now this piece is about an inch, I think. Yeah, just shy. It's about 7/8 or 15/16. And it goes the width of the mat, which is 4 inches across. So we're just going to glue that down. And I guess if anybody, a lot of people aren't awake yet on Sundays, and that's fine. We're just going to, now on this one, I put it so that it actually hid that corner, but it's okay because it doesn't matter really. Okay, now we're going to do a little stamping. We're going to use the larger daisy stamp from the Daisy Delight stamp set. And we're going to use Rococo Rose ink. Hello, good morning, everyone. I see a couple more people joining. Thank you. This is an early morning, early Sunday morning, unexpected stamping card making live. So we're going to stamp on the Rococo Rose, and then we're going to stamp on Whisper White cardstock. And I just wanted to finish I had already prepared the parts for stamping and making these 2 cards for my last live, but we didn't get to them because we had a lot of other stuff going on. Now the punch. Okay. The thing with the punch is you really want to have your card close to the edge there to be able to get in here. You're stamping close to the edge of the card is what I'm trying to say. And then you just want to line up the petals so that you can see where you stamped on all of it. And then push. And I apologize for this being unannounced and super early, but oh well. This one, because I have a little extra space in this corner, I'm actually going to cut this corner off a little bit. And it'll make it easier to punch, I think. And let me just bring the punch in there. Yeah, see, it gets in there a little better. With the point on there in the corner, it would have made it a little harder to get in with the punch. So there we go. And that's Rococo Rose ink on Rococo Rose paper. It's a little bit stiff. And a tip, I don't have any up here with me, but when your punches start to get a little stiff like that, just use a piece of wax paper, maybe doubled over, or tin foil. And that will help sharpen it up and make it a little easier to punch. Now let me just clean my stamp off real quick because the Rococo Rose will, of course, stain. Any pink or red will stain it. Somebody's being shy. You don't want to come on and talk. Now, I just usually take my fingernail but you can use like a pencil. Let's get a pencil. And just kind of go like this. Or you can use, you take your pick, any kind of round thing, and just make the petals go up a little bit. And then same with this one. You can do 1 layer, you can do 3 layers. I just chose to do 2 this time, which is unusual for me. I usually like to do everything in odd numbers, right? And then we're going to offset when we put it down. Oops, it's stuck on there. There we go. So it fills in the gaps with the other, right? Good morning. Hello. Whoever's on with me. Welcome. We're just doing 2 quick cards to finish that we hadn't done on my live the other night on, I think it was Wednesday. And then we're just going to glue that down. Easy, easy. This card is not difficult to make, but it's really, I think, pretty. We'll do that, and then we'll get out one of these lovely little things. Thank you for the thumbs up. I'm going to use a different one than that. These are the Perennial Essence Floral Centers, and they already have a like a little dimensional dot on the back. There we go. Oops. And let's see, do they have a number on? Yes, but it's on the bottom. Just center that right in the center. Now, the stamp set does have these little bits here. So, sorry, that's my neighbor. And if you'll bear with me, I'll get out my white twine and we will add that to the card here. Here it is. I'm just going to tie a bow. And I'm going to leave it on the roll because, yeah, probably 9 to 12 inches. You know, it's funny, I muted my phone, but text messages don't seem to mute. Does anybody else have that issue too? And then we're just going to put that up here under the flower a little bit with a glue dot. As centered as we can. You can cut it shorter if you want to. The Whisper White Baker's Twine is number 124262 and is retiring, and the Floral Essence Centers 149442, and they're retiring. When this goes up as a video, I will do my best to have the parts, all the items listed below with links to my shop, as I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the USA, as most of my viewers know. And I'd love to be your demonstrator if you don't already have one, or if you're one that likes to shop with multiple demonstrators, which is fine by me. I just don't want to steal from other people. Okay, so that is the front, except for the bling. Let me see if I have any more of those faceted dots. I don't think I do, but I'll check. Let's see. No, I don't believe I do. Nope. So let's see what else we can put on. We can put on, how about just some, oh, pearls. Maybe pearls would work. Nobody's going to say hello this morning. All right, we're going to put some pearls on. Oh, these aren't the right ones. Goodness. I have my pearls in one case and my rhinestones in a case, and then my enamel dots and stuff in another case, and then I have some retired stuff just loose, so it's kind of confusing me at the moment. Yeah, I think white pearls will do the trick, so let's just do that. Now you can color the pearls. Maybe we'll do that, actually. Let's try that. We have Rococo Rose. I'm going to pull out the dark one in the alcohol markers, Stampin' Blends, which you can buy them individually now, but pretty soon you'll only be able to, oh, look, I have some loose ones here, probably from the paper pumpkin kit. So let's just color them with our alcohol marker. And we'll just do 3. I'll let them dry for a second. Put that away. So the Stampin' Blends are in the last chance as individual markers. They come in light and dark, or the combo of light and dark, but starting in June, you'll only be able to get them as the combo, which is fine. Most times you need both for shading and things anyway. All right, so let's just put a few of these around. And I think it'll be just fine. We'll put one right at the edge there. And I think one down here. Okay, so there's our pearls. Now for the inside, we're going to bring in the Stamparatus. I've already set it up. We're going to use the thank you for your kindness. Well, hopefully I have it set up. I don't know if it'll come out straight because, you know, I don't always get things straight. But I'm bringing in Rococo Rose again. You could say good morning to me, guys. Hello. And gals, actually. I know it's early. It's only what? Well, it's 9:06 here on the East Coast. That didn't stamp or get that one good. So hopefully this will come out. Let's see. Let's see how I did. So yesterday I was going to try and pull some weeds and, oh, I actually think it came out beautifully the first time. I'm going to bring in my chamois, which looks pretty horrendous right now and does need to be cleaned, even though it'll still look horrendous after it's cleaned, but it works. And I like to clean my stamps right away. So there's the inside of our card. I don't think I, on this one I had another piece of the paper, but I seem to have lost that, so we will not be using that. Maybe we'll stamp another little flower inside instead. Let's do that. We'll stamp this little daisy. Oh, no. Let's just do these little ones here. That way I don't have to color this early in the morning. Not that that bothers me that much, really. All right. Let's see. Maybe we'll just put it like here. I think I like that. I think I like it like that. Yes, I'll stop singing. Oh, my goodness. All right. We're just going to maybe put that down a little bit right at the bottom. Here we go. Cute. Maybe I'll put one at the top too. I'm going to turn it over though because the stamp has more space on the bottom, on the one edge of it, and I want that to be off the card a little bit so that I get them. That one's a little crooked, but it's all right. It's still pretty good. Okay, that's the inside now. And that, as soon as I glue it in, will be the first card. Hello, good morning. Or whatever time of day it is for you. I'm making the cards that I didn't get done for my live on what should have been Tuesday night, but I think was Wednesday night. The other two Daisy Delight cards and a little bit of Daisy Lane as well. And I will be putting the item codes down below the video. This is a little bit long. I'm going to snip that back a little bit. So this is the one I made for before the live and showed people, but we never got to make it. And this is the one we just did. Pretty much the same. This is using the Press Petals paper, Designer Series paper by Stampin' Up. The eyelet lace, excuse me, Stampin' Emboss, cut and emboss folder by Stampin' Up. And the Daisy Delight stamp set and the coordinating Daisy Punch. All right. So that is card number 1. So let me clean these up and we'll do card number 2. Kind of lonely here on Sunday morning. It was an unexpected live. This is the second card we're going to do. Okay. And I have the card base. Let me just go through it. It is Thick Whisper White, Granny Apple Green, and oh gosh, we're going to do a lot of stamping. I used Daffodil Delight and Granny Apple Green. Again, a piece of paper from the Press Petals Designer Series paper, and it sort of has a burlap look to it. And then the inside, we just did a little stamping as well, and it's your time to shine. So I have now the sentiments this time are out of Daisy Lane. We're going to use Smile and It's Your Time to Shine on the inside. We'll still be using the larger Daisy Punch, the regular one. And I've got pieces cut here. So And we are going to also be using the Pretty Label Punch, which is also retiring and looks like that. Number 143715, one of my favorites. And also Granny Apple Green, texture weave, I think it's called textured weave ribbon, yes. And then these are the enamel dots, which I didn't have out either. That's the thing, after my live stuff, I put things away because I have other stuff going on. But these are retiring also, and they have such beautiful colors in them. They are called glitter enamel dots, and we will use Granny Apple Green for that. So I have those ready now. Okay, let's do our stamping, because we have a lot of stamping to do on this one. All right, and we're going to pull out first Daffodil Delight. Good morning, 3 people. Come say hello. I think the first thing we'll stamp is our... No, we won't, because we're using Daffodil Delight first. And let me see. We need the smaller piece for the front, and this is for the inside. So I just used, and I don't even have that out yet, so please forgive me. We're using this daisy, and then we're going to use these little, I don't know what they are, little pieces there. And we're going to create our own background paper. I'll just get those out a while. Okay, oops. And I need a block. My chair is kind of squeaky this morning. Probably need a new chair. All right, so let's do our daisies first. Okay, so this is an A2 card, so 5.5 by 4 1/4. The garden green mat is 5 1/4 by 4. So this then is 5 by 3 3/4, and that's what this Whisper White is. And let me see if I have an older piece of paper. Yes. Because we're going to stamp off the edges. Good morning. Hello, whoever's on. We're just doing some... I'm going to test it first because it looks like it has a ridge of yellow on there. There we go. Let me clean it because I don't want to get that line that's... it had yellow on this piece here. Some people cut their stamps to cut off that line. And I'm going to stamp off a little bit. And then just stamp flowers all over. I love this technique, and you can create the paper to look however you want it to be. Now this stamp set also has a... Hi Karen, good morning. Thank you. It also has a piece in it to do 2-step stamping to color in the daisy, but I'm not going to actually use that this time. You could if you wanted to, or you could even just do a few of the daisies. So yeah, you know, you make it your own when you do this technique. Let's see, how do I want that to go? I think this way. And then we'll stamp off again. And I think we'll stamp off down here in the corner. Try and get more of a full one in here. And I would say every now and then, I'm going to go straight with that one. Clean your stamp, because you see my block, I'm getting a lot of yellow on the block, and you don't want to risk getting that on your design. I'm going to go over here and do this corner, and then I'm going to put one sort of sideways right there, and maybe just a little bit more in here. Okay, so I think that's all I'm going to do with that. Hi, Honeybee Stamping. Good morning from Florida. How's the weather there? And from Connecticut, too. Good morning. Yay. So glad people are joining me. I'm just making 2 cards that we didn't finish on my live the other night. This was the first one we just finished, and it's on Rococo Rose. I'm using the Daisy Delight and Daisy Lane. This is Daisy Delight that we're using right now, but the sentiments we'll use on this card are from Daisy Lane, which is carrying over. Daisy Delight is not carrying over, and that's what we used on this one. Now that's the one we just did using Daisy Lane. I'm sorry, Daisy Delight. This one I put another piece of the pressed petals paper in that was the same as what's on the front. But I misplaced my other extra piece, so we had to stamp. Okay, so now we're going to pull out Granny Apple Green from New Jersey. Hi, Karen Small Crafting from New Jersey. You're just right next door to me. I'm in Pennsylvania, southeastern Pennsylvania. So welcome. Welcome, everybody. In Connecticut. How are you all doing? Surviving this crazy time? I think in my neck of the woods, you know, all the states are supposed to be gradually coming back on live or whatever. But I think where I'm at, we're going to be the last county in the, or next to last or something in the state to go back to whatever normal is. It's not going to be the way it used to be. Okay, so I'm just using this little design on the cover of the stamp set. It's this little thing that looks like almost like the tops of wheat, but I don't know what it is exactly, little grass or something. And I'm putting it in different areas. Now, in a few places, we'll only stamp the little. In other places, we'll stamp both parts. Right now, I'm doing the both parts, and see that one, I got a little edge. That one we'll just do the 3. Here we'll do a little bit sideways. Okay, and I'm going to clean that a minute. And now I'm going to turn it around and just do the 2. Just stamp on the edge of the stamp pad. Just get the 2. I'm going to try that again because I got some extra ink on there too, which I'm not happy about. Okay, we'll try it. I'm just going to go right in here. Oops. Right in there. And we'll do a couple of those. Let's see. Sunshine and clear skies. That's how our yesterday was. Last night we had rain now. So it's kind of dreary looking today. Right. New York, New Jersey, and parts of Pennsylvania. I think they're trying to open up 24 of the 67 counties in Pennsylvania is what I heard. But it's not going to be full opening. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, I'm going to clean that up again and just do the big part now. If I can do that. So I'm going to flip it around and just do the one that has 3 in the corner. And do a couple of those. And put one in here. And maybe one there. Turn it a little bit. And I think I need a full one here. But we're going to turn it. Hopefully I can get that in. Sorry if my head's in the way. Oh, yay. And I think one more maybe 2 spotters in here. And then that'll be about it. Excuse me. I have Sunday morning voice. Frog in my throat. Go there. Oops, got a little bit, and I think one right here. And that's about it. Pretty easy to make your own designer paper. And you can color some of those in with your alcohol markers or not. I chose not to for this particular card. So here's our card base, which is thick whisper white. Northwest side of yeah, right, exactly, Karen. Thank you. Oh, good. Thanks, Linda. So glad to be an inspiration. Something to do today, right? So this is a Granny Apple Green mat. And we're not going to glue it down just yet. We're going to glue this onto here first, and then this onto here, which is, let me measure this because it's been a while. I think it's 1 3/4 by 4. It's going to go all the way across the green. So let's just do that. And then we'll put the ribbon around the card and tack it down before we put the actual other mat on. And I'm not using Tombow because mine is almost empty and won't come out good. And I have more on order, but it hasn't arrived yet. So shame on me for letting it get that low. Oh. Thanks, Karen. And you can use whatever color you want, you know. It doesn't have to be Daffodil Delight, but it's something bright and cheery for this dreary morning here on the northeast coast. Now you could even do that, but I'm not going for that. I like sometimes when I have bright colors, I just like a little neutral to sort of ground it. I don't know. That's just me. And we'll try and get that as centered as we can. And as sort of straight as we can. Pretty good. All right, now I am actually going to bring out the snail, which is retiring also, but they will have something to replace it. Oops. Let me put another little dab of glue under there. There we go. Okay. Now we're going to flip that over. And that sticks off the edge a little bit, so I'm going to snip that down. I must not have cut it exactly at 4, like 4 1/16 or something. There we go. Okay, my snips I only use for ribbon. That's why I use those other scissors. And this we're going to lay across the center. I'm just going to have not quite that much extra. This is the Granny Apple Green Texture Weave Ribbon, which is retiring. It also comes in Gray Granite. They're both retiring, by the way. So this is about right. So what I usually do is I just go like this and tack one end down, and then come around to the front and make sure it's in the center. And if it is, then I already have the tacky stuff on the back, and I can just push it into it. There we go. And then we'll glue that down onto our card base. Yeah, that is different. Both different spellings, right? Karen with a Y instead of an E. And I'm actually Deborah without a Deborah on Debra, which has its benefits and its drawbacks. But I just go by Deb. It makes it easy for everybody. And I don't feel like I'm being scolded like when I was a kid. My mom used to use my real name when I was being scolded, so I don't tend to like that anymore. All right, now let's stamp our sentiment and our inside of the card. Do the sentiment first, and we're going to use Granny Apple Green again. So we're just going to stamp Smile on here on this scrap. Let me make sure. Actually, I don't usually punch first, but I want to make sure I can fit this in this little scrap. Yep. So I'm going to punch it first. And that's with the Pretty Label punch. And then we'll stamp in Granny Apple Green. And I love this font. Very pretty. And it stamps really good the first time. And I'm just going to clean it on my chamois over here. There we go. And we'll set that aside for a minute. And now we're going to do the little daisy and the green things again. So I had to bring in Daffodil Delight. Yeah, our moms were different, right? That's okay. Different is good. I've learned that. Didn't feel like it maybe when I was a teenager, but you know, that's life, right? We all go through our teenage things, and most of us survive it. Yeah. Okay. And now I'm just bringing in this again, and we're going to stamp off again. I guess I should have left my scrappy, dirty paper up here. Just gives it a little extra color, you know. I probably should have stamped the sentiment first, because sometimes I get those a little crooked. So we'll see how I do. And we're going to stamp that in Granny Apple Green. And this is from the Daisy Lane stamp set. It's called it says It's Your Time to Shine. I'm going to take this off and try and line this up a little bit. But I'm not that good about getting those cling stamps on, stickers on my stamps. And so we'll see how I do. I have to stand up though. If it's anywhere sort of straight, we're going to go with it. Oh, not too bad. Yay. Maybe I should do lives more on Sunday morning. I don't know. All right, let me put my ink pad away. Hi, Marla. Good morning. Marla usually joins in on whenever I have my evening lives. Sometimes when she can. Yeah, we're just doing the 2 daisy cards I didn't get to on my live during the week. I had already prepped everything and they were sitting here on my desk. So I thought I'd do them with you all. This is the second one, so we're actually almost done. I think I might have cut this a little off. Hang on, guys. I don't want to use my good trimmer. I did. I cut this too wide. This is going to be interesting. I'm going to have to clean this, but at least it won't be my big trimmer. 2, 3 3/4. Okay. Now it should fit. Yikes. I was like, wait, why isn't that working? Okay. There we go. All better. A little crooked maybe, but all better. So now we'll assemble and then we'll be done. So again, the mat is 5 1/4 by 4, and then this is 3 3/4 by hopefully 5, roughly. Yeah, that's right. Good luck charm to help me get my sentiments straight first time. That's a good thing because I already had stamped all the decoration in the bottom corner, right? Sometimes I get lucky. Actually, I think I cut this to 5 1/4 also, the green piece, and it should be shorter than that, but it's okay. We're going with it. And now this smile, we're going to put it up on dimensionals. And oops, I'm knocking everything over here. And now some people, I guess, would not put some on these ends because the ribbon's going to be there, but I'm going to anyway. It depends on the ribbon. If it was a really thick ribbon, like the ones I just did for the sheet load of cards yesterday, I did not put dimensionals where the ribbon actually was on that because it was a really thick ribbon. But this is a thinner, smooth ribbon, so I don't mind. I'm going to hold this up a little bit to make sure I sort of get it centered there. Good. And now we just have to put on our glittered enamel dots and take a pick tool. So we'll put a big one. You can use either the flat paddle end or the don't hurt yourself pointy end, whichever you'd like. I usually use the flat end actually, which is on my other take your pick. But it's okay. I'm using a little bit bigger ones this time. And that is our card. So I hope you enjoyed that with me this morning. I had fun making them with you and getting to meet some new people. So thank you for joining me and keeping me company. Thank you, Karen. Very kind of you. And yeah, let me see a picture of your card that you make when you do that technique today. Love to see it. If you're not on my Facebook group, Deb Houck's Crafty Cottage group, please request to join and you can post what you make in that group. I also have a Facebook page, which is my Stampin' Up! Business page. That's more just for me to post and give announcements and stuff, which I do in group also. But the other one, other people can share things in that group. And then this is the one we did get done on the live the other night. So this one, these two use Pressed Petals Designer Series paper. This one used Mosaic Mood. This design here was on the back of the striped glossy kind of paper. And we used Mossy Meadow and Crushed Curry for the paper here and Thick Very Vanilla for the base. So I don't know that I have the item numbers out for the live last week because I had done some Botanical Prints cards also. I'll try and get those out as well, but I don't know if they'll go out today. These will go out on my under my video when it goes up as a video later today. Okay? Thank you so much for joining me. I have to depart now because I have some other things I have to work on today, given that it's overcast again. I hope you all have a wonderful Sunday, and I hope to see you again soon. Thank you, honeybees. You're welcome. Thank you for joining me on your Sunday morning. I appreciate that. So take care and have a great Sunday. Bye for now. You be safe too. Thank you, Marla.